Hello and welcome. I am your host, the best podcast host in the universe, Steve Cully. I'd like to thank our sponsors at Procyon Partners. Procyon, one of the top 50 fastest growing companies in the nation. They specialize in employee benefits, wealth management, and retirement planning. President Sean Rabinowitz, proud supporter of our podcast network and everything we do. Green Street Trust International, owned and operated by Rennell Jump and UConn legendary men's basketball player Jake Voskuhl. They specialize in tax plans for businesses large or small. They will save you money or get you a big fat return on your taxes. To schedule your free strategic tax planning session today, go to www.greenstreettrust.com. Pete Finch and the Finch Law Firm is located in Bridgeport, Connecticut. If you've suffered any type of personal injury, slip and fall, car accident, your mother-in-law ran you over with her car, your wife got angry one night and decided to stab you, the Finch Firm is for you. Pete has won legal battles all across the state of Connecticut. He will go to war to get every dollar you deserve in compensation. You just have to remember, in a pinch, call Finch or go to his website, thefinchfirm.com. Dynamic Human Performance is owned and operated by UConn legendary running back Andre Dixon. He trains boys and girls of all ages, all sports. He has a boot camp program 7 days a week, 6 a.m. You want to get in shape, you go to Andre. He has an athletic development program where he trains boys and girls in the sport of their choice from the ground up, helps them reach their full potential, be the best they can possibly be. Andre has sent boys and girls to college on scholarship for all different types of sports. To work with the best, he has a 5,000 square foot state-of-the-art facility in Hartford, Connecticut. Go to www.dynamichumanperformance.com. All right, and here we are for Husky Talk SNS. I am your host, the best podcast host in the universe, Steve Cully, and with me as always, UConn former captain, star, and NFL player, Mr. Sean Mulcahy. Sean, so great to see you.
It's been too long, Steve. How are your holidays?
Oh, they were a disaster. How are yours?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Very low key.
Did you get to take the kids to see Santa Claus?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Nothing like A Christmas Story with Ralphie and Randy, but it was nice and laid back. It was a lazy break, which we all needed.
Yes. No, I hear that. So that's good. Did the kids get everything they wanted and then some?
Yeah, I'd say. I mean, they all were very happy. Michael got a lot of soccer stuff. Langan got a lot of like books and like fake, not like fake makeup, but like, stuff to play with. Like she's got like a vanity mirror. She's like, pumped about. My oldest daughter Maeve, she got like a cool jacket, a cool sweatshirt, and a new bed.
Oh, a new bed. All right. I love it. So I figured we'd start. I don't know if you watched the I don't know what to call it, the attempt of a bowl game at Fenway Park.
Oh God, I could only get through like 3 plays, dude. It was brutal.
Wasn't it? Was it not brutal?
It was upsetting, man, to have a year that nice and to see it end like that, where,
it's embarrassing.
It would be a totally different outcome had everything been status quo.
No, I know. And that's what is sad about it. The whole Skylar Bell thing kind of rubbed me the wrong way.
Yep.
Skylar Bell comes out and says that he's going to play and he's not giving up on his team, gives this impassioned speech. Guys going in the portal are going to play. And they played, just not a lot, I would say. Skylar Bell played, I think, a series.
Yep.
And he called it a day. I don't know if he was hurt or what, but he
how does that go down? Does he tell, the interim coach, like, hey, I'm doing a series and that's it? Or right after that?
Yeah. Like he's in control. Like what are they going to do to him?
Yeah.
He's leaving, he's out. So what are they going to do? That's the thing. They have no power over him. He's going into the draft. And the Figiano, I bashed up and down because he quit on his team. He abandoned his team. Skylar Bell, what he did, I don't know if it's worse, but it almost is worse because it gave fans hope. And, we sold more tickets this year than we did last year. And the outcome for this game was just, it was diabolical. Like it was painful to watch. Cam Edwards played, didn't really play in the second half. Mel Brown played, which I was surprised. So I don't know. He's in the transfer portal, but this would be his 5th game. So I don't know if he's going into the NFL or what, or if he's still transferring. And we played, like I said, we played a true freshman quarterback, never taken a snap before. Quarterback Nick Evers took reps with the first unit the entire 2 weeks of practice. And then the Thursday before Christmas, he just disappeared. Just didn't show up for meetings, didn't show up for practice, didn't do anything. They were trying to find him. They get a text message, I'm entering the transfer portal. And I'm like, this is I couldn't write a movie like this.
How do you think the coaches felt, going through all that?
Well, I don't think the coaches gave a fuck because they're leaving too. What do they care?
Yeah.
Gordon is bad with people as it is. He has like social anxiety and he needs Ozempic, and he's not a people person. He's going to TCU.
Yeah.
The defensive coordinator, Brock, is going to Mississippi State, and everyone else is gone. Wow. Kashif is gone. I'm sure he's going to get a job somewhere else. But, I mean, they got rid of everyone. So Candle comes in, and he gets rid of everyone. And, Cam has openly said he wanted to stay. And then, you see Tucker McDonald, who was the backup quarterback. He says he's going into the portal. There's 10,000 kids in the portal.
It's
and
like saying, what was the lowest number on the roster last year before, everyone was settled with their teams?
The lowest number on the roster, we probably had 30,
the lowest amount of players UConn
30
had.
kids, I think.
30. Wow.
Well, I don't know if you saw Ted Cruz, politician or Republican, came out and, basically bashed the NCAA, basically said that Congress had to get involved and do something because Iowa State, Matt Campbell leaves.
Yeah.
Iowa State has 17 players on the roster.
Oh my God. I did not see that.
And he's like, this does not work. Like we have to regulate this. Like this is really, we said it's the wild, wild west. Like, this is the wild, wild west. Like with malaria breaking out. Like, I don't know what to do. They had 17 players, one starter remaining on the roster. So, they're late to the party getting a coach. Penn State took their sweet time hiring somebody, and, it killed them. And, UConn should not have played in this bowl game because it did more harm than good.
Yeah.
In my opinion, it did more harm than good. Joe Fignano, believing, and I know for a fact his agent, Joe Linta, told him to play in this game. Mm-hmm. And he did not play. And he didn't play because he felt that his team was not all in. Well, you're a 7th-year senior. You're a captain. You're a leader. You're the one that everyone looks to set an example and rally around. Had you come in and said, I don't care who we're playing, I don't care who the coach is, this is our team, we have a chance to set a school record for wins in a single season for FBS, for the FBS level. This is our year. This is our team. Let's do this for fucking us. I don't care who the coach is. I don't care who we're playing. This is for us. That's leadership.
Yeah.
That's taking control and being a leader. And I felt that he was just quiet and part of the pack. The guy that I had on was Lewis Hanson, and tight end Lewis Hanson. Love him. Lewis Hanson would have snapped the ball to himself and, played against Army himself if he had to.
Yeah.
Because that's just the type of kid he is. He's a tough kid, and, there was no way in hell he wasn't going to play, and he tried to rally the troops. I, posted a video trying to rally the troops and say the same thing. You guys have done something magical. Keep this going. Don't give up on it. And playing in this game hurt us more than it helped us.
Yeah. Because
we go in with a true freshman, and believe me, he's got talent. I have no doubt Kassan Farrar could be a starter in the next year. There's no doubt in my mind. We'll probably get a transfer to come in, but he's athletic. He's a player. He was 11 of 17 for 84 yards. They kept it very basic with him. I expected a little more innovation out of Gordon because he had a quarterback who was athletic, who could run. I expected them to do a little more deception, a little more with the zone read concepts, and they really didn't. They didn't throw the ball downfield. His longest completion was 28 yards. And then, running the ball, Cam had 11 carries for 108 yards and a touchdown, and he didn't really play the second half. Mel Brown, 6 carries, 33 yards. He didn't play much. And then, you had Lundberg Coleman, 2 carries, 15 yards. Rosa, 2 carries, 8 yards. Flowers, 2 carries, 6 yards. They're all in the transfer portal.
Yeah. Where's Vic going? I don't understand. Where's he
going? Where he's going? The toilet. That's where he's going.
I mean, come on.
Where does he think he's going? Running backs are a dime a dozen.
And he's got no film.
That's all I'd say. Like, your film is from 2023 when you were the leading rusher of the team. What are you showing from this year and last year that makes you think you're going to end up somewhere else? Like,
looking at his stats here, and it's like, what school is like, oh yeah, let's get this guy in here? Is he an exceptional pass blocker?
No. He comes in on third down.
Yeah,
he's their third down back. He's a receiver.
Yep.
We had two players transfer to Buffalo last year. that ended up doing well at Buffalo. Tyquan Robertson.
That such a kick in the balls?
It is, but it shows you that kids don't want to wait to play. Tyquan Robinson was exceptional, and he easily could be playing this year. He didn't want to wait a year and sit behind Joe. And the other receiver, he was the third receiver on last year's team. I can't think of his name off the top of my head. He transferred to Buffalo and ended up being their leading receiver. So those two left. And now, we have Romello Murphy is a senior. John Nider is going to Colorado State with Mora. Shamar Porter, he has one more year. I don't know if he's in the portal or not. Candle is working very, very hard to keep some guys and bring in some guys. And I know he's going to bring in guys from Toledo. But I mean, we lost a lot.
Yeah,
we lost a lot. If Nider leaves, Romello Murphy is a senior. Chris Parker played receiver. He was a redshirt senior. And then at running back, MJ Flowers was a transfer. He came in this year. He did nothing. He's in the transfer portal again. Great, go. Cam, I would do anything to keep him.
Yeah.
And, Mel, I don't understand if he has eligibility or not.
I wouldn't be surprised if Cam elects to go the NFL route.
Cam is not going to the NFL. He entered the transfer portal.
Great. Okay.
He entered the transfer portal, but he said he would love to stay at UConn. So I think if the money's right, and if it works out with Candle, he'll stay. Like Colorado, people don't understand. Colorado State is really kind of a lateral move. They're not a good program. They're a state school. They've struggled. They're going to struggle.
They don't have a great alumni base that's supporting them.
No, not at all. Not at all.
They paid Mora a lot of money that he got.
They didn't pay him a ton of money.
Was UConn going to match?
I don't know if UConn was going to match, but I think they paid him like $5.
Okay.
UConn had paid him $2.5, and then with the incentives, I think he got $3.
Yeah.
Could we have paid him $5? I'm sure we could have. But I don't know. We had a chance. Like, he was gone after the Florida Atlantic game.
Yeah.
But I get mad. I did Husky hoops by myself, and I got yelled at by Mark Zanato. Mark Zanato does Big East Energy.
Okay.
That's his. He covers all the Big East teams. And I said, playing in the Big East hurts us. It hurts us, and it's going to catch up to us.
Yeah.
Because we don't get challenged in the Big East basketball wise.
Mm-hmm.
And Mark's like, oh, he said, you're stupid. We're going to get 5 teams in the tournament. Well, according to Jay Billis and other people, no, we're not.
Yeah.
And if you look at the top 25, how many Big East schools are in the top 25?
The 2?
1.
Just UConn?
Just UConn.
Yeah.
I don't believe that
St. John's is out.
St. John's is not having a great year. No.
They lost
St. John's. St. John's was like St. John's was like 9-5, I believe.
They've lost 5 times.
I'm trying to double check.
I'm checking.
But St. John's basketball has not been great. So that's why, Mark is saying that they're going to get in, and I'm sure they will, but they're not ranked. They're not ranked. I'm just trying to see they're 9-5. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
So like, and Villanova, he thinks is great. And it's just, it's unrealistic. Like the Big East is hurting us.
Mm-hmm.
And I know his podcast is Big East Energy because he's promoting the Big East. And I have no problem with that. But the reality of it is, for us, for the University of Connecticut, being in the Big East is hurting us, and it's going to catch up because we're seeing, if you look at the NCAA top 25,
yeah,
okay, most of the teams, ACC, SEC, and I believe the Big 12, there's no teams outside of the power conferences besides us.
Yeah.
So, looking at this, Villanova is 12-2. Seton Hall is 13-2. Now, this is before going into conference play.
Yeah.
Villanova is 3-0 in conference play. Seton Hall is 3-1. Creighton is 9-6 overall. They're 3-1 in the conference. St. John's is 2-1. They're 9-5 overall. Okay. So if Villanova and Seton Hall were that great, wouldn't they be ranked?
Marquette's still in the Big East?
Marquette is down this year. Yeah, they're 0-4 in the conference. And they're 5-10 overall.
Oh.
Butler is 10-5. They're 1-3 in the conference. DePaul is 9-6 overall. They're 1-3 in the conference. Georgetown's 9-5. They're 1-2 in the conference. So Mark saying that we're going to get 5 teams in the tournament, I think is a bit much.
Yeah.
Last year, I think we got 3. So if we get 3 again, if we get UConn, if we get Villanova, and Seton Hall or St. John's, great. I don't think that Creighton, Creighton or St. John's, it's going to be one or the other. There's too many good teams. So, and that's why I said, if you look at, I'm just looking at I'm trying to look at the coaches poll. All right. So the coaches poll has Michigan ranked number 1. Michigan, Arizona, Iowa State, UConn were 4th. Okay. Listen to the rest. The only other school that is not from a power conference is Gonzaga. Gonzaga is in the WAC. It's Duke, Purdue, Houston, Michigan State, BYU, Vanderbilt, North Carolina, Nebraska, Louisville, Arkansas, Texas Tech, Kansas, Arkansas, Illinois, Tennessee, Virginia, Florida, Iowa, Georgia, and then St. John's is 25th. So they just made their way to 25th.
Okay.
So we have 2 teams ranked. So I it's trickling down from football because the money is going to basketball, as you're clearly seeing. It's the Big Ten teams. It's the SEC. Alabama's in there. Arizona is in the Big 12. Iowa State, Big 12. Duke, ACC. Purdue, Big 10. Gonzaga is the WAC. Houston, Big 12. Michigan State, Big 10. BYU, Big 12. Vanderbilt, SEC. North Carolina, ACC. Nebraska, Big 10. Louisville, ACC. Alabama, SEC. Texas Tech, Big 12. So I'm trying to say that it's hurting us.
Yeah.
Because we don't get the money. We don't get the broadcast revenue. We don't get the we don't get any of the revenue sharing because there is no money to share. And I said that, like I said, we won the women's tournament last year, the NCAA tournament. We were the champions. We got $650,000 for that.
That's a joke.
Like, why even play in it if you're going to get $650,000?
It's unbelievable.
Because they base it on the number of teams that get in.
Yep.
So that's why I said that playing in the Big East hurts us. And I said the Big East is a joke. The Big East is a joke of a conference because they don't have football. So those schools should be able to spend a fortune on getting good basketball players. We have football.
Just to use an analogy from Vladimir Putin, he was like the greatest travesty of the 20th century was the fall of the Soviet Union. To me, the greatest travesty of the 20th or 21st century is the fall of the Football Big East Conference.
It is, because, and I said the same thing, because if you look at it, since it's happened, what schools have benefited by winning that have left the Big East? Syracuse has had a couple 10-win seasons. Have they gone anywhere to the ACC championship? No.
No one's done dick.
The only team that's benefiting right now is Miami. Miami is going somewhere in the playoffs. But other than that, since it's happened, BC, disaster.
Yeah.
Syracuse, couple good seasons, but otherwise, disaster.
Virginia Tech hasn't been
disaster.
the team.
Virginia Tech, disaster.
Pittsburgh.
West Virginia, disaster.
Yeah.
So it's like, they're making more money. You know, Rutgers goes 5-7 every year, and they get $40 million because they're in the Big Ten. So that's why I said, like, playing in the Big East hinders us for basketball because we're playing crap competition, and we do well when we play out of conference, but it's going to be very challenging when we go to the tournament and we play good schools.
Yeah.
And, you know, for the men, the men end up losing. The women are so dominant, it doesn't matter. The women can beat anyone. The women could probably beat half the WNBA teams.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
The women are unbelievable. The women are so unbelievable. If you watch the women play, it's like they pass the ball around. They play team basketball. They have Sarah Strong, AZ Fudd, and whoever else. They have Blanca Quinones off the bench who can score. They're unbelievable. So they're like, they can beat anyone. Any day they can beat anyone.
Yeah, their ability to keep the fundamentals of basketball going and getting better all the time is incredible. Like, so I grew up loving basketball. Michael Jordan, the Bulls, the Knicks, the NBA was incredible. Shaq, Barkley, Moses Malone, all that good stuff. It's a totally different game, and when you grow up watching that game, it's the NBA and part of college basketball, men's, is almost unwatchable for me. Especially especially. I like watching women's basketball because it's way more pure. It's the game. It's the game we grew up, and their technique, their fundamentals are legit. They don't take crazy shots as much as guys do with they spread the ball around, they wait for a good look, and they shoot. You know, there's not as much isolation, one-on-one drive and dunk and all that bullshit. They pass the ball around, they look for the best shot, and they take it. Yeah. There's no rush. No. Where, you know, the men, it's, you know, the UConn men, they're unstoppable. I mean, they have Terrace Reed Jr., who's a force inside. In solo ball, the shooting guard, he's great. They have two great scorers, and then now they have Mullins, who's a true freshman,
who is now starting. He's doing a great job. And they have Ross, Jaden Ross. They switched. He's coming off the bench, and he's providing a spark off the bench. They're doing great. But I'm saying take that team, put them in the ACC, put them in the SEC. It's a different game. But I think they'd still do well right now. But it's going to catch up to us because if Hurley leaves, if we win a national championship or whatever, Hurley has openly said he wants to coach in the NBA.
Yeah.
Openly said that. Gino is going to retire within probably 4 years. Gino's not going to be around forever. Girls come to UConn because they know Gino is a legend. He's a Hall of Famer, and he's going to get them to the next level. Gino leaves, the money is going to matter, and we don't have it. So that's why I said St. Benedict needs to get us into a conference urgently.
Yeah.
Like there has to be a sense of urgency to get us into a conference because football wise, we're a mess.
Yeah. What do you think our best option is? ACC?
I mean, our best option is the ACC, but BC blocks us.
Yeah.
So I think St. Benedict needs to go to BC and have a heart-to-heart and try to apologize or whatever, suck dick. I don't know. Make sure that, they stop preventing us from entry, make us want us.
The crazy thing is that the people it affected and like the bashing, everyone's gone.
You love my channel. Thanks for loving my channel. You can Venmo me at Husky Talk. That'll tell me you love my channel. Thank you, Brady. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. We're talking UConn sports and a little bit more. Sorry, go ahead, Sean.
So I was saying, the people that this first affected, like when we were in college, the ADs are gone. The presidents are gone. The players are gone. The teachers are gone. So is it the alumni that's still like keeping this going? Because I know with Duke, it was Krzyzewski because he hated Calhoun, but they're both gone. Yeah. So why, I don't understand because
I know that the Big 12, we were very close to getting into the Big 12 for football only, and then basketball was going to come. Yeah. Football is a hindrance because we don't draw enough for football. We don't draw enough in the stands. Broadcast revenue isn't enough. So St. Benedict believed that having a winning program would make us more attractive to these conferences. Well, when you're playing FIU, FAU, Georgia State, Temple, Central Connecticut, that's not attractive.
No.
They don't give a fuck. All right. Duke was a great win. If we had beaten Duke, if we had beaten Syracuse, that would have been a different story. Next year, if we're able to beat like North Carolina, we have Syracuse, Maryland, Wyoming. If we can beat those schools, then we have a chance.
Yep.
Then and if our attendance stays above 30,000, that will make a difference. We've shown, like the Duke game, we had 38,000 people there. We've shown that if we play good teams, people will come. So that's what I think needs to happen. And basketball is unfortunately going to suffer from being in the Big East because the money's not there. And it's catching up to us. We're not going to get 5 teams in the tournament. If we get 5 teams in the tournament, I will walk naked to MSG in the snow.
Do you think, like, with, say, like Ted Cruz or, something crazy like that, do you think they could totally change the NCAA and make it?
They're trying, yes.
Like they north, tried south, east, west, central.
No, they didn't do that. They tried to regulate NIL with the SCORE Act.
Okay.
But the SCORE Act never got voted on because the NCAA wanted antitrust exemption, meaning they can't get sued. And the government would not allow that. So that's what held up the SCORE Act. The SCORE Act would regulate NIL payments, basically market value for each position.
Yeah.
So, like, you can't pay a quarterback $10 million. They would set a market value for each position, and then go from there. So, and then try to regulate it that way. And then, you have teams are getting around, the so-called salary cap of $20 million per athletic department.
Yeah.
Because they feel that they can spend $50 million. Nobody can regulate it.
Yeah.
And then with NIL deals, you're supposed to report if you get an NIL deal above $600. But the schools don't tell players to report the money for tax implications.
Right.
So, and the school doesn't win. If the school told them to and they didn't, then the school would be liable for lawsuits.
Perfect.
So the school doesn't tell them to report. So we don't know how much these kids are making for sure.
All that under the table shit. Yeah.
So it's all a mess. And it was very sad way for us to end the year, because we did have a great season, and to have a chance to be, in my opinion, I thought having a chance to get that 10th win would be a motivating factor, and it was far from it.
Yeah.
Nobody gave a fuck.
Should we talk about the Giants?
No. Yeah. So the Giants, well, I don't know if it's good or bad, but they destroy the Raiders, and then they destroyed the Cowboys today. It was good to see Jaxson Dart look very, very good, very impressive. It like dropping in the draft, like the Raiders pulled everyone, because they wanted to, they wanted that draft pick, so they pulled everyone. But Jaxson Dart, 22 of 32, 230, 2 touchdowns, dude. I mean, he is the future. Like him, with Cam, they're gonna be great. They need one receiver. Once they're going to have Nabers back. If they can get one receiver and a couple linemen, they're there. They're going to be there, dude. I really believe it. I really believe it. Because defensively, what's that?
Just going to be interesting to see what happens with Runyon. John Runyon, if they keep him or cut him. Van Roten is up and Illuminor is up.
Right. I'd like to see them keep Runyon. I mean, I like Illuminor, but Mabau has been playing well. So I mean, but they need help there. Yeah. I do like Van Roten. He's the one who got the helmet pulled off today. That was funny.
Yeah.
But defensively, Carter's going to come along.
Mm-hmm.
We got Bobby. We got Burns.
He may not be here next year.
Bobby?
Yeah.
Okay. He's a free agent?
No, but he's like 10 or 12 against the cap. And depending on the system, it may not be worth it.
Oh, right. Depending on the cap increase and what he counts against the cap may not be worth it. Yeah. I mean, but they can get some guys in the draft. I think defensively, Dexter Lawrence, whatever happened to him, maybe he needs to see a sports psychologist and figure it out this season. But
it'd be great if we could get a straight answer.
Yeah, it just didn't make sense. It looked off. I didn't get it with him. He just looked like a cone out there.
Shit season.
I didn't get it. And then, you look at the receiving core. Gunner led the team in receptions.
He had over 100 yards. Over
8 catches, 100 yards.
Crazy.
Next, Tyrone Tracy.
Yeah.
Because, Jaxson Dart was smart. He was checking it down. Mm-hmm. Bellinger had 2 catches. Slayton had 4 catches. Yeah. I think Slayton caught the 2-point conversion as well.
Yeah.
Which was good to see.
Yo, how about that pass to Tracy for the touchdown?
Oh, it was beautiful. It was freaking, that just shows they made the right call. God bless Brian DeBall, but he made the right call with Jaxson Dart. He put his chips in with Jaxson Dart, and
I was listening to Papa and Banks after the game.
I love Papa and Banks.
They're great, but it's just funny how the times change, and there's been some breathing room in between Daboll's firing, and they were kind of throwing him under the bus today.
The ball?
Yeah, they were like, how do you expect Mike Kafka to succeed with this team when there was clearly a lack of focus in not being strict, but being accountable and like leaders.
Accountability.
Because Carter kept getting hurt. Like he's like, in his first week, he's got to bench the star rookie because there's issues in the locker room of him not paying attention.
Right. No, I get it. And DeBall's a hothead.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. He's emotional, mm-hmm. and he plays. He coaches on emotion. Yep. And he may be better suited as just a coordinator.
Yeah.
As a head coach, you have so many responsibilities. You have to coach the coaches. You have to make sure your players are in check. And you basically have to be a psychologist.
Yep.
You have to have the pulse of your team. And that was the one thing. I don't think he had the pulse of the team. I don't know that he had the respect of the team. And in the end, I think that was his downfall.
Totally.
But I also believe the Giants historically, man, they don't fire coaches like this. They've gone through so many goddamn coaches.
Dude, I just
since
can't.
Coughlin left.
Yeah, I just can't believe they're keeping Shane. It's just unbelievable.
Keeping who?
Joe Shane.
Oh.
Yeah,
if the ball got fired, Shane should have gotten fired.
Yeah.
Because, the whole Saquon thing, that debacle on national television, that was Shane. Yeah. And he didn't, he got a mulligan for that. Nobody gave a shit. Like, are you kidding me? It was just ridiculous. And I get they have the same philosophy you and I do. Mm-hmm. Running backs are a dime a dozen. We can get another running back. And then Saquon puts together a FU season and wins the Super Bowl.
Seriously.
So, that killed him. And I was trying to think, is he hurt now? Is he out?
I don't know. Let's see.
I thought Saquon was out. I could be wrong. The Eagles have struggled this year. They're 11-6. They're going to win the division. But Jalen Hurts has not been anything spectacular.
Yeah.
Statistically, he threw for 3,000 yards. Barkley ran for 1,100 yards. But I'm trying to think. I thought Barkley got hurt for some reason. I could be wrong.
No, he didn't get hurt.
No, okay, he's playing. Yeah, he played against Buffalo. Okay. All right.
So I think he
So
played last week, and then they're going to
yeah,
give
he's
him a rest.
playing. He's fine.
Yeah.
He's fine. Okay. So again, I mean, Barkley had another 1,000-yard season. It was tough sledding for the Eagles. AJ Brown ended up with over 1,000 yards receiving after complaining.
Yeah.
But when
Which
you
is
look
crazy.
at the Giants, yeah, with the complaining and the everything that he did, yes, it is crazy. But I think the Giants are right there. They're on the cusp. The NFC East, the Commanders, the Redskins, whatever, they fell off a cliff. The Giants can take control. They're going to have Nabers and Cam back. They need a receiver. They need, another offensive lineman or two, and they'll be fine. Defensively,
here's what also is going to help them. And it's like what happened with Daboll's first year. Whatever staff comes in, the opposing teams are not going to have any film on.
No. Of course, they're not going to know what they're getting.
So that's going to be really helpful.
That's huge. Yes.
The other thing is, yeah. No, I forget what I was going to say. CTE.
Well, I'm sure they're going to get a easier schedule.
No, it's harder. That was it. That was what I wanted to say. I'm so glad you brought that up. The schedule is just as hard. This year
it was hard.
Yeah,
next year it's harder.
It's just as hard. I'll pull it up. I remember looking at this. I couldn't believe it.
You got to be fucking kidding me. What do we play? The AFC Central or AFC South?
Yeah, AFC South.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Jacksonville, Texans, yes.
Texans. Oh, that's great. So that's awful. That's absolutely
future
awful.
Opponents. Here we go. So the Giants,
they gave us the AFC freaking South.
Yeah. So we're home against Dallas, Philly, Washington, Arizona, Jacksonville, San Francisco, and Tennessee. And then an AFC North to be determined and an NFC South to be determined. And then away, Dallas, Philly, Washington, Houston, Indianapolis, the Rams, and Seattle again. We were in Seattle last year.
Why are they? They're really just hating on us. They're just hating on the Giants.
No, serious. And this is the stupid thing. So this is what also frustrates me. When we were growing up, the schedule wasn't made who you were playing like 5 years in advance.
No,
and they do that now. So they have it up to 2030. They have who the Giants will be rotating and playing with up to 2030.
It's supposed to be based off of your schedule.
When did they change that?
I have no idea, but that pisses me off because if you had a shitty team, you're supposed to get an easy schedule.
Yeah.
They give you an easier conference to play or an easier schedule. So basically, they have on rotation the conference that you're going to play in the AFC.
Yeah.
You're going to play your 8 games in the NFC in your conference.
Yeah.
And then you're going to play a couple of outliers.
Yeah.
But San Francisco again, that's outrageous. Seattle. So did we get the NFC West again?
No, just a couple teams.
We got San Francisco and Seattle.
No, sorry. San Francisco was home. We're at LA with the Rams and we're at Seattle.
So we got that. So we're playing the NFC West and we're playing the AFC South.
Yeah.
That's just why.
No idea.
The AFC South, Houston is unbelievable. Houston is really good. I think Indy's going to be back with Daniel Jones. We'll see what we get with them. They're no walk in the park.
And then an NFC North. So, and they're all good. The Packers, the Bears, the Vikings, the Lions.
Who do we have in the NFC North?
It says to be determined for next year.
Oh God. Oh, they're gonna give us the Bears. No, it's just who we are. They're just taking us and they're just banging us in the ass with no lube. That's just what we're getting. That is just what we're getting. So it's scary.
It is. So, you got to hit on draft picks. You got to hit on free agents. You can't have any more misses, Joe Shane, if you're still around. And it's just, I don't know. It's just frustrating because
if you're still around,
yeah, if you are still around, it's kind of like a joke. It makes me think anyone could do this job because even if you just follow the consensus, you're still doing better than what you did.
Sean, I think anyone could do this job. I think we could put your son in, and he could do this job. To be honest, it's just scary.
So they wanted to watch Stranger Things.
Oh, okay.
I think it's a little too scary. So my youngest daughter
have they watched it from the beginning or no?
We would watch it from the beginning.
Okay.
And we started that 2 days ago. So tonight we're watching episode 3 of the first
season 1. Okay.
Season 1. But I told my youngest daughter, I was like, I'm not so sure you're going to like it or be able to handle it. And she's
it is scary.
Yeah. So I didn't make her, but it was on TV. And I said, if you can get through these 2 movies, you can watch Stranger Things. So it was Sleepy Hollow with Johnny Depp and Christopher Walken as the Headless Horseman. She loved it. And then
of course.
The Lost Boys with Kiefer Sutherland and Corey Haim.
Wow.
Yeah. And she liked that. That didn't scare her as much because I've noticed when they watch these older movies from the 80s and early 90s, the makeup and special effects are so bad that it doesn't scare them.
Right, because it looks fake. Yeah.
So she got through that, and I said, "All right, you can watch Stranger Things," and that was
have at it
a couple nights ago. So that's what we're doing at 8:00 tonight.
Well, I think that it's going to be interesting. You've gotten through the first 2 episodes.
Yeah. I've been fast forwarding through the kissing scenes because it's a little inappropriate.
Yeah, I know, but it's scary. It scared the shit out of me. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, man. So we grew up in the time of scary movies with Freddy Krueger, Jason, The Exorcist, The Shining, Alien. The other thing I was flipping around trying to think of some other scary movies, and Aliens was on the second one, and I was like, shit, this will put you in a home if you watch this thing without anybody.
Yeah. When
I first saw that movie, I was so scared. Oh my God.
No, that will for sure. So have fun with that. I am going to look at the schedule. I'm going to try to come out for a UConn basketball game. So I'll let you know. I'm going to try to come out this month.
Go to a women's game when they're in Bridgeport. Maybe Maria and I could all go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll look at the schedule.
Yeah,
I do want to see Maria's team play too, so I'll check that schedule too. I'll talk to her. But great show. It was just disappointing performance in the bowl game. I wish we never played in it. We should have just pulled out, opted out, because it hurt our brand playing in it. And, the kids just didn't want to be there.
Yeah.
And I know they tried their hardest to get the kids to care, but the kids didn't care. And we shouldn't. You shouldn't have made them play. And I know that we made money off of it because we sold more tickets than last year. They didn't want to take a game in Florida or Birmingham. They wanted to stay closer to home because they thought they would draw better, and we did. A lot of people went, and I didn't go because I was angry. I did it out of anger. So, but great job, great show. Enjoy Stranger Things. please.
I will.
And just remember, you're good to go. I'm going to play the sponsors. And just remember, when life gives you lemons, don't make lemonade. Take 2 oranges, throw them right back at life. Down south, we have Julius Williams and the Trench Mob. Julius trains offensive and defensive linemen. They compete in 5v5 tournaments across the country and also go to college showcase camps. Proud to say they were undefeated at every tournament they attended. Every college showcase camp, a member of the Trench Mob was offered a college scholarship. He's in Decatur, Georgia. If you want to work with the best, work with the Trench Mob, www.battleofthetrenches.com. We have Ned Von Young, Freshfold Laundry Company, Chapel Hill, North Carolina, high-end laundry service. They have you book online. You put your laundry out in a clear plastic bag. They pick it up, wash, dry, fold it for you at Land Speed Records. And they also have an online subscription model, weekly or bi-weekly. They offer now a pickup and delivery service, so you can have your laundry done without leaving the comfort of your own home. Again, washed, dried, and folded for you and returned to you within 48 hours. They also have an expedited service. They have deals for college students in the area as well. Check out their website, myfreshfold-laundry.com. We also have James Whitfield of Luther James Insurance. For the last 3 years, James has dedicated himself to the art of financial planning. He specializes in insurance policies, mainly life insurance. He will make you a boatload of money, and he will do so tax-free. He understands the stress that comes with retirement planning. How much do I need? For how long? Do we have enough? Because fear of the unknown is real. To connect with James, you can go to his website, www.lutherjamesinsurance.com. Finally, we have Rob Hill of R. Hill Enterprises, Inc. Rob is an accomplished author. He is a speaker, and he also is an insurance mastermind along with being a minister. Rob will put you in the right insurance plan for you. He understands the constraints and the rules that go with insurance, but he makes sure that you ask the right questions so you get the right answers. His main objective is to pull people's heads out of the sand, because that is what we're dealing with currently. To connect with Rob, you can message him on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, or go to his website, rhillenterprisesinc.com. Again, he also does speaking engagements. He is a phenomenal insurance agent out of Chicago, Illinois, and you should contact him for any advice, even if you don't want to work with him.